Now is the time to know what to do in the event of a major storm outbreak.
Being prepared includes having plans for the home and being caught on the road.
Fox 7 Austin's Rudy Koski joins us in the newsroom with some ideas. Rudy.
Hi guys. Yeah, as we all know, storms can move fast, so having a plan in place can help you avoid a disaster and also recover from one. Right now, the storm threat involves strong winds, hail, and even possible tornadoes. A protection plan includes moving to the center of a small interior room or to an interior hallway on the lowest level, a basement if you have one. Stay away from windows, doors, and outside walls. All that is especially important to remember for buildings with large roof spans like gyms and cafeterias. If you are in a high-rise, like here in Austin, go to a small interior room or hallway on the lowest possible floor that you can reach. And again, get away from windows. If you're in a manufactured or mobile home, get out. Try to reach a pre-identified nearby building or a storm shelter. Remember, mobile homes, even a tied down one, offers little protection from tornadoes and even straight line winds. Now, if you're in the path, on the road, in the path of a tornado and it's approaching, don't seek cover under a bridge or an overpass. If you're caught up in the storm while on the road, your best course of action is to lie down in a low spot or a ditch. Cover your head with your hands until the storm passes. Now, this afternoon, I spoke to Assistant Chief Dave Wallace with Travis County ESD1 about the recent outbreaks and surviving those on the horizon.
Well, I think one thing to keep in mind is that a lot of this damage is not necessarily from tornadoes, but a lot of straight line winds. And these storms are producing 70 and 80 mile an hour straight line winds.
And you brought up a good point in a thing that this year I've noticed a lot of hailstorms with big stones, and stones not just coming straight down, but sideways. That's why you got to stay away from those windows, right?
Yes, sir, because those straight line winds can actually drive those hailstones horizontal as well as vertical.
Have you been surprised by some of the hail reports that we've seen so far just this early in the season?
I have. I actually saw a news report not too long ago out of Marble Falls where they were softball size. And I mean, you know, those can kill people.
You know, with a lot of these outbreaks that we're seeing, some of these storms and some of the damage is downline in areas that people may think that the storm has passed or the storm is to the north of them. People can't assume that right now in this season, right?
That's correct. You know, there's been reports of lightning strikes that have traveled for miles away from the actual head of the storm.
Yeah, so wait for that all clear from Scott Fisher, right? Now, after a tornado or a storm event, there are also several other things that you need to remember. If you're trapped in debris, God forbid, but if you're trapped, cover your mouth to avoid breathing in dust. When you hear rescue teams arrive, bang on a pipe or a wall or use a whistle. Don't shout out because you could breathe in that dirty air, the dust. And when out in the damage, always stay clear of fallen power lines and broken utility poles. You know, these are certainly pretty basic ideas, but having them already in place during a crisis, that can make a difference. Now back to you in the studio.